Here we go, boys. 20 minutes plus 2 laps at Glen Helen.
Go Paradox.
Yep. So we will take it down here to the gate for just a moment.
I'm
So
watching for DQ.
thank you. I have my bandwidth turned up so that way I can see more riders at all times on the track. So that might impact my frames. So if I have to turn that down to make sure that the stream is high quality, I will do so. So just bear with me here. But Glen Helen is I mean, there's just a lot of people here. So, all right. Yep. Story of the night will be our battle between Paradox, number 67, who currently holds the first place in the C class, along with Ripon MX. Where is Ripon? Have I passed him on the line? Ripon, who also is, I believe, he is in second. So, if Ripon wins, Paradox is going to have to finish, I believe, within the top 10 to clinch the title. So, but let's get this gate dropped here tonight at Glen Helen, and let's see how things go. So the gate is down. Man, what a good-looking hole shot. Holy crap, so many riders here. Brock with the hole shot. He on X Games mode. Crip Q coming up in second with Panic Rev in third. Paradox is in fourth, but he's going to get passed by McManus here. Not the McManus in our A class, a different McManus. So Ripon takes the lead on Paradox, but Paradox is close here behind him. It's too early to tell what position that these guys have landed in, but man, this is going to be a gnarly one. Ooh, Paradox almost gets taken out by Landry, but keeps it up on 2 wheels. So these corners are going to be tough, guys. I didn't go into the keys to the moto here, but you have got to make sure that you're carrying speed through these corners and that you're keeping it up on the wheels here, because it is going to be punishing if anybody goes down in these uphills. So still in first place is Brock. Man, Brock checked out on the hole shot. I talked to him earlier, and he said, I'm going to do it for you, Vox. I'm going to get the hole shot, and you're going to watch me check out. Cherry B, you guys, I'm sure everybody knows who Cherry B is. Cherry B looks like he is in about 4th right now in our top 5. New rider to our C class. He has been putting in the work this week to make sure that he is ready for Glen Helen, and it looks like it could pay off. Ripon tries to take the inside pass on him, see if he can actually make it stick, though. So here we go. Ripon is currently in 4th, I believe, with Cherry in 5th. Real quick, let me go back and... Okay, Paradox is right here in 6th. So Paradox does not want to let this lead go. He is close enough currently to Ripon that his title is not in danger. So the question for Paradox here tonight is, can he just maintain good positioning and take the C-Class title home tonight? Oh, he goes
Ripon's
down.
Going to move to second.
Fortunately, there was a gap between him and the previous riders. So we'll see if Paradox can maintain. Let's go down to the track here with Ripon for just a moment. Let me switch over to my auto cameras. All right, so timing and scoring will update here shortly. I don't know if it'll do so right here as we round out this first lap. Oh, and Ripon goes down. So Ripon goes down just before the finish line corner, and that puts Paradox close behind him. Let's see if we can switch over to... Okay, oh well. So timing and scoring has not updated quite yet. So we still have Paradox sitting comfortably within the top 10, and he is two positions behind Ripon here. Can you guys help me? I'm sorry?
If I was Paradox, I would want to beat Ripon.
For sure,
Just
yeah.
to prove it. Like, I'm the champion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Johnson is buried in the pack, too, and he was last week's winner.
Man, he is just now crossing the finish line. He is deep in the back of the pack right now. So Brock Colvin may still be in first. Let's see here.
He's got a massive lead on Cherry B, who's sitting in second currently.
Okay. All right, so I don't want to lose sight on what we have. So you said Cherry B is in second. McManus is in third. Paradox is in fourth. What happened to Ripon? Did Ripon go down? Ripon did go down, so Paradox has taken that position away from Ripon. Ripon's currently in probably 5th or 6th place, maybe. He's going to make 2 passes here on Dustin and Crip Q. McManus in the C class, I mean. Oh, and he tries to scrub over the roller, and he goes down. Takes Kenny out with him. Man, this track, guys, like, so a lot of people, you know, I thought I was going to get a little more hate mail, if you will. I don't really get hate mail in Backyard MX. Everybody is really supportive, and I'm appreciative of that. But people have been more open to Glen Helen than I thought they would be, and I'm happy because this is not a track that's that's easy. It really isn't. I mean, it's not a super hard track to learn, but there's aspects of it that are punishing, and if you make mistakes, it can cost you critical positions. It can cost you the race. So these guys really have to be on top of their game here. If Cherry is in second and Paradox has moved up into third, then Paradox might get one of his best finishes tonight if he can just lead. Talked to him earlier today before the race, and he mentioned that the pressures of the championship were weighing on him, and he did not want to collapse under that anxiety. He was going to let it fuel him and let it ride him to the top step of the podium if necessary. So 6 comes across the finish line in 4th, Charlie in 5th. Our timing and scoring has finally begun to update. So let's take a look back here and see Rippin. Rippin is going to be in 7th. So still have quite a bit of battling going on here throughout the rest of the pack. Let's check in real quick with Cherry B and Brock. And let's see where they are at, because Cherry B is in 2nd place currently, not very far behind Brock, and we will see if he has what it takes to catch up. Let me actually test something out.
There's also a really good battle going on between Johnson and Braden, and they're going up the first uphill right now.
Okay, let me see here. Yeah, so I've learned a few tricks here. So let me see. Between Johnson and Braden, you say?
Yep, and now Woody Graphics.
Well,
they're going on the downhill.
I thought I'd learned some tricks. Where are we? Man, this camera goes far. All right, so this is Cherry B in 2nd. It looks like they might already be coming up to lappers here. Let's go back and see what is happening here with Paradox. Maybe that camera... Oh, it's just not ready yet. Okay.
Oh, Brock goes down, and Cherry B runs into him. They're both down in the roller section. But Cherry B is going to get up first, and he's going to take the lead over Brock.
Cherry B moves into the lead here, pushes Brock back to 2nd. Brock might get a little bit crazy here with the wheel spin, trying to get back on the power. Oh, no. I just lost Brock on the camera here. Let's see. I don't know exactly what happened to him. I hope he's still with us. Did he just crash in DC?
Who are you looking for?
Brock. Brock went down in that berm, and my camera just completely unlocked off of him, and now I don't even see him in 2nd.
Where's Cherry B at? They were close.
Yeah, Cherry B's in the lead. He's already crossed the finish line. 2nd place is going to be given to Charlie here. Maybe. Charlie goes down, so Paradox is in 3rd and is looking to push up into 2nd.
Rippin is right behind Paradox.
Yeah, this could be really the best battle that we've seen at Backyard MX in terms of what is on the line here. Clearly, with the positioning as they run now, Paradox is still going to take his victory here tonight in the C class, and Rippin will end 2nd. Rippin has got to make the move on Paradox, and as best as he possibly can, he's got to check out and try to take the lead. If he wants to take this championship away from Paradox, he's got to put a pretty big gap in between them. But yet the battle still remains. These two riders here have got to try to stay out of the drama, stay out of the trouble. Paradox goes down. He tries to take the inside line, probably didn't slow down enough, washes the front tire, and goes over the berm. So he's got to get enough run up this hill to stay on Rippin. This is what Rippin hopes for. Rippin wants Paradox to fail. They're friends during the week, but he wants to make sure that he puts a gap in between them. Rippin joined this series late, and he wants to prove that he has what it takes to be a C-Class champion right here and right now tonight. So we've still got 12 and a half minutes left in this moto.
Rippin went down.
Oh, no.
It does look like Brock is crashed out. He is retired out of this race now.
Man, so Brock crashed in game and crashed his game. So, man, we have got some Factory Goon representatives right here. 1, 2, 3. Rippin and Paradox still battling it out. Oh, man, this is good stuff right here, guys. Let us go on board with Paradox here for just a moment. I will actually... Oh, no!
They're both down.
There goes 6. He's like, see you later, guys.
So 6 capitalizes, but let 6 ride his race, Paradox would say. Neither of them care. This is the story right here between these two guys. Man, I think Paradox went down just as soon as I switched off of him. He's coming through the S-turns right now. Yeah, and Rippin is already over the tabletop. So just behind Rippin, 2 spots away, is Paradox. So made some changes to the rider overlays, guys. So no more of the last 3 rounds of scoring. Oh, Rippin goes down. So, oh, and Johnson takes him out. So this gives Paradox the lead in that battle that he has been hoping for. He crosses the finish line, still in 4th, but let's see exactly where Rippon is when he comes across. Rippon has fallen back to 7th, 6th position approximately. Oh
And
my
Johnson's
God.
made a long way up. He was buried at one point.
Yeah, he was deep in the pack, and now he is in 9th. So Johnson is already in the Talladega turn, battling with Charlie here. Where is El Astronomer? Okay. Man, Cherry B's checking out. Cherry B is the newcomer to the C-Class, worried that he was going to kind of get the nerves and get the shakes tonight and not be able to maintain performance, but he has kept it on 2 wheels. He has worked hard for this. Kripke in 2nd, 6 in 3rd, and here we go, still with Paradox and Rippon, man. These guys, you can see why they are so close in the point series, and it is a battle between them. They are friends during the week. They're in the Discord together. They're hanging out. They're getting along. But right now, they are clawing at each other. They want to see the other person go down and go down hard. And they do not want to give up their shot at this title.
I think there's more pressure on Rippon than Paradox. Paradox is like, oh, he's ahead of me, but I'm right behind him. So I don't
Yeah.
have to worry about losing my championship.
Yeah.
Right here.
With Paradox knowing where Rippon is on the track and being able to kind of keep that eye on him, I think that does help his his anxiety just a little bit. But ultimately, it is still Paradox's championship to lose. The pressure's on Rippon to not make any mistakes and to gain these positions. But Paradox is just as pressured to not go down. So.
And we're halfway through the moto. And you know what that means.
Yep, halfway through the moto, guys. Just a reminder: ! Factory Goon in the Twitch chat to learn more about how you can join the Factory Goon riding community and get benefits such as 0% off of Mountain Dew and Doritos products at your local gas station. So Rippon goes down. Paradox catches up to him. Are we just going to see some yo-yos between these guys all race long? You know, I commentate these things, but I try to race these tracks all week long before, so I can get a good mindset for, keys to the moto. Where are the areas that the riders really need to watch out for? And something that I really observed while riding Glen Helen this past week is that even though this is, maybe it's because it's a big track, so I shouldn't say even though it's a big track, because it's a big track, and because it is so wide laned, even though there's a lot of riders on these gates and there's a lot of chaos happening all over the track, I found that this racing with 30 plus man lobbies on this track, was the most realistic, I guess, experience that I've ever had in MX bikes in terms of competition. If I made a single mistake, it cost me positions. Just like that. Paradox makes a mistake, and he makes it on the uphill, so he is going to be struggling to get back up. So just as he nears the top of the hill, oh, good, he keeps it on 2 wheels. Rippon is already almost 2 corners ahead of him, so this is it. This is what Paradox has to watch out for. He can't let this slip by. Now, Rippon is only in 6th, so he's only in the single point advantage or the single point swing pole positions here, essentially. Every position he gains currently is just going to be 1 point added until he gets up into the podium position. So Paradox still isn't too far behind in terms of points. I think there's currently a 9-point difference between them. So if Rippon stays in 6th, then Paradox can fall all the way back to 15th and be safe. But Paradox really has to just make sure that doesn't happen. With a 29 rider gate, well, it probably is about 27. Regardless, he can't fall back further than half the field. He can't make mistakes like that. Man.
And Kenny's ripping out there too on a 125.
Kenny with the CC Kawasaki team decided he was going to join the Husqvarna team tonight and get out here on the 125. Mojo, you rode a 2-stroke here at Glen Helen during your practice times. Did you find it felt better? What was your results testing?
It's much slower. It's a lot of fun. I wouldn't say he has any advantage. I think that it's making it harder for him because it's slow. You can barely make some of these jumps on that thing. You have to be pinned. And it has 6 gears, so you're in 6th gear on this straightaway right now.
And look at him just getting past like he's sitting still by Barron here on the 4-stroke. So, Yeah, I'm a four-stroke man myself, but undeniably there are some rippers out there on these two smokers. So
He's having the most fun though.
yeah, for sure, throwing that thing around. So
Six and Cryptic are having a crazy battle for second place right now, going down the downhills.
yeah, Six was much further back in the pack. Man, he's been grinding this moto. He has caught up to the podium position and is trying to make a pass for Crypt Q. Cherry B is just fully checked out. I mean, anything can happen, but it's unlikely that we'll see him knocked off of that top step. So this is our battle for second place here between Crypt Q or Cryptic and CC. If somebody can help me keep an eye on what's happening between Rippin and Paradox, mainly Paradox, I want to know if he goes back further in the
Ripon
pack.
is
So
catching up to that pack. He's catching up to 6.
yeah, he is on their tail. So essentially, you could call this a battle for second. Rippin is in fourth currently, but if anything happens to these two guys in front of him, he will capitalize on their mistake. So he might be a little bit faster in that section than them, or maybe they just got slowed up because of the rollers. So 5 minutes left here in the moto, plus 2 laps. Let's see where... Oh. Cherry B... There's Cherry B, already past the Talladega turn and going up the hill. So let's see here. Cryptic is going to come across the finish line in second place, about a 26-second gap between them. So Cherry's out here on his Tomac grind.
I think at this point of the moto, it's like when you practice, you're doing like 10-minute races.
Right.
Race, right? So, but this is a whole 20, and there's 4 minutes left, and I bet at this time they're like, oh my god, can it just be over?
For real, yeah. They're starting to get that fatigue. I think people kind of sometimes smirk at the word fatigue when you're talking about a video game, but I mean it's the truth, right? Like you get that hyper focus that you have when the gate drops starts to slip away as these motos go on. You kind of look over at the timer, assuming you have the HUD plug in, but you really just want this thing to end. Sometimes when I'm in these 20-minute motos, I start counting off how many laps to go left when I see that there's 3 minutes left. But it's a long race. This is what you have to be prepared for. Just getting out here and practicing these tracks in a testing server by yourself, just doing little 5-lap, 5-minute races, whatever they are, that's not what you have to do. You have to get out here and ride with the pack, figure out how to share a track with a large group, and do it in longer motos to prepare yourself for these races. And I know that some of these riders here up front have done just that. Anybody who's been on Twitch this week and has seen Cherry B stream knows that he's been on Glen Helen for pretty much the last 48 hours just doing everything he can to prepare for this thing, and it shows that it has paid off.
Yeah, it's a good battle right now between 6 and Rippon.
Yeah, 6 and Rippon both on Factory Goon Hondas here, trying to make a battle for the podium position. So Paradox is currently sitting in 9th. So if Rippon moves up into 3rd, and again, guys, we're doing Supercross style scoring for this series since each race is just a one moto format. So if Rippon gets 3rd place, that is 21 points for him. Paradox being back in 9th, I think, is probably 14 points. So that is a 7-point difference. So Paradox would still be safe for the championship. If Rippon gets 3rd and Paradox falls back to 10th or 11th place, he could be in danger of his points title. So Rippon is doing exactly what he needs to do by putting all this pressure on 6. He's got 2.5 minutes plus 2 laps to take this position away, and Paradox has got to be careful. We'll see what timing and scoring says when he updates here. I don't know if he's crossed the finish line yet. Nope. He's about to, so... where is he? So he's
Paradox
up to 7th.
Moving to 7.
Man, that's okay. Good for him. He's done what he needed to do. He's just checking out positions, marking them off one by one as he moves up. That's exactly what he needs to do. So.
And Rippon did get by 6.
So Rippon has moved up into 3rd place. So. So right now, as long as Rippon can hold this podium position here, then it's Paradox's race to lose. Who goes
They're
down?
coming up to lappers.
Yep, we will start to get into lappers. I mean, it is keep it up. Yeah, it is a wide track, so there is a lot of room to make passes on these lappers. But the point is that he's got to make sure that he keeps it up on 2 wheels. No team initiatives here. Nobody's been told anything. So we'll see if 6 keeps it clean or tries to make it dirty on Rippon as he passes. That'll be his own prerogative. So Go back to Paradox here, who is much further back than I'm sure he wants to be. But the point is he should still be in contention for his title. So CryptQ is putting a pretty good gap in between him and the third place position of Rippin. So let's see here. Who else do we have? Oh no, Rippin does go down.
Oh,
So
now he has to get around 6 again. 6 is hard to pass.
man, he is a wide-bodied rider for sure. That's yeah, that's going to be a nuisance for Rippin. And so that maneuver right there just cost him 2 points. He just went from third, which is a 21-point position, back to 19, which is his fourth place position. So every point he loses from here on, he would only lose 1 point in the standings, but he needs those 2 points. Ideally, if something happens to CryptQ and Rippin can get past 6 and move up into second, that would be very, very troublesome for Paradox. He would have to come back quite a bit from that because Paradox is in the single point position. So every point Paradox gains is only giving him an extra point. But Rippin is out here battling for 2 to 4 points. And here he goes. 6 makes the mistake, goes down on the uphill. That's going to be a gap that he gives Rippin for free. So Rippin needs to make sure that he keeps it consistent. CryptQ is, I think this is his first ride here at Backyard MX, so nothing's really on the line for him tonight. Neither is it for Cherry B. So both of these riders can essentially help make or break a championship, I suppose. But I've talked to both of them about that and just let them know, hey, you know, welcome to the series, guys. Just so you know, please pay attention to our race results. There's a battle going on, so just keep that in mind. There's nothing on the line for you, but there is for them. So CryptQ is in second, trying to maintain. Let's go back here and see. 6 has fallen even further back. I think maybe that going down on the uphill cost him some time. Man, Paradox is, the gap is just spreading. It's really far back. Let's navigate over here to the free cam mode and see what is going on between 6. I think he's passing a lapper. And El Astronomer. So El Astronomer with Factory Goon has made a pass on 6 as well. Where is Rippin? So man, Rippin has got the gap he needs. He is pretty much gone from any threat to his podium. Oh, 6 goes down.
There's a pretty good battle between Johnson and Kenny right now.
Where are they on the track?
They're going over the tabletop in the back.
Got it.
And they're going to go to the big transfer table to triple.
And this hip jump right here can be a little hard. You don't want to get cuts for it, or so you don't want to just, you know, take a cheater line. But it can be hard to kind of land and have to turn as you're doing it. So they were in a pretty heated battle. Let's see if Kenny can make any time up through these rollers. See, Charlie is in 12th. Chase goes down. Chase was in 10th. Man, so Rippin is 6 seconds behind Cherry. Oh, 6 went down. Let's see here. There's El Astronomer. So or I said Cherry. I meant Cryptic. So, yeah, sorry, just taking a look at where everybody is on the track right now. So our 4th place is Landry, and El Astronomer rounds out the top 5. So Chase with the ADD graphics here, at least I think it's graphics, but was in 10th. I guess he might still be in 10th. Or no, yeah, he's in 10th. So Johnson, though, has moved up into an 8th place position. And yeah, man, I wish timing and scoring updated a little sooner because I would have liked to have known where he was earlier in the race, but he was far back there. So, all right, guys. So an update: Cherry has crossed the finish line at the end of the 20-minute timer, and right now we are 2 laps to go until this race is over. So let's take a look real quick and find out where our leader
Cherry's
is.
grabbing the white flag right now, crossing the finish. So it is the final lap.
Yep. So whites are out for Cherry. Oh, Rippin has caught up to Cryptic. Okay, so Paradox is still in 7th. Man, Rippin needs these 2 points. He needs them bad. Let's see if he can make anything happen here as he tries one more lap to go to gain 2 points here on Cryptic. Let me do some quick math here for just a moment while I let this race happen. I wish we could really do something like points as they run. So
So Ripon is pretty close to Crypt Q right now, and they're going through lap traffic, so anything can happen right here.
So right now, if Ripon finishes in second place, he will round out the series with a total of 129 points. If Paradox finishes in seventh, he will round out the series with 135. So Ripon still needs to do everything he can. I think Cryptic went down on that hill. So if I'm right, yeah,
Yep,
Cryptic went down and he is stalled, man. So Ripon has a comfortable second place finish here. It is Paradox's championship to lose at this point. He is still in seventh, so he will win, I believe, by 6 points unless he ends up falling back further. If he goes back further, then I mean it's going to be hard for him to lose this. He'll have to fall back pretty far, but he's done exactly what he set out to do here in the C-Class season finale, and that is finish in a position large enough or close enough to the top.
Cherry's coming to the finish line right now.
So there we go. Checkered flags out for our race winner, Cherry B. Twitch.tv/Cherry B if you guys are interested. I'm sure he will be streaming live after this, and maybe we can get him in Discord and kind of have a rider interview with him. So Ripon MX will likely round out or finish in second place, rather, and then Cryptic will round out our podium in top 3.
What a race. That had to have been the best C-Class race I've seen.
Yeah, the stories get more and more intense as we go on, guys. I say the stories, I mean, each individual race has its own pole position, has its own battles within it, but there is an over arc, of a points battle here. So this is what I hoped we would see as we came into Glen Helen for our round 10 is a battle for some points. We'll talk more about the battle for points in the A class tonight, but the B class position has been clinched. So One Shot, our man One Shot number 929 will be rocking the red number 1 plate for the B class series. He clinched that last week at Ironman. So, or not Ironman. Why am I drawing a blank? Was it Ironman? Man, we took a break.
Here comes Paradox going over the finish.
So there he is. That is our man right there. The C-class points winner. Ripon ended in second, but if my math is correct, Paradox maintains the lead on this championship by 6 points. So
this is insane.
Yeah, this is insane. Congratulations to that man right there, but congratulations to our top 3 riders as well. I don't know what happened to Cryptic. He fell back on the hill. That's right. So, all right, guys, we'll finish out and let the rest of these riders cross over the finish line so I can obtain the final race results. And then, Braden, if you are in the server listening, we will need you to set up the B class lobby here pretty shortly, but let this race finish out, please. Again, guys, big shout out to the guys at Aerial ESX and Insane, the man Insane himself, for putting together this UI plugin to help us kind of have a more professionalized timing and scoring. So, really cool. It is really cool. It's really cool. All right, so I believe that is it for the race. So let me back out here, check our results. Again, for the record, Cherry B takes the dub here in the C-Class Moto with Ripon in second, Landry with Horizon Racing Honda in third, Cryptic in fourth, and Ellastronomer in our top 5. Man, congratulations to Ellastronomer